Hello, everyone, and congratulations, hopefully, on completing your first speech for the course. You've had it uploaded. It is 8 a.m., just 8 a.m. So hopefully that's a big round of applause there for you. Happy dance, because that's a big deal to get that uploaded and completed, that first speech. It is really dark and dreary here today. It's absolutely miserable, actually. It's rainy and gross, and so I hope you're having a much happier, more sunny day now that you have that completed. So for this week, you have quiz number 2. Quiz number 2 is different than number 1. You're only going to receive 1 attempt. That was just the first quiz, so you kind of get an idea of how quizzes work. You will have 45 minutes, and it is 25 questions. The first one, I believe, is only 10 questions. This one is a full 25. It covers chapters 4, 5, 7, and 10. So right out of the textbook, pretty simple to follow. So just be familiar with those chapters, and that is your quiz. Now, discussion post number 3, this is going to help you in creating a topic, and that's basically the big theme of this week is your persuasive topic. That's the next speech that's due, is the persuasive speech. Now, one thing I will say is sometimes people tend to think informal, and an informal speech is something that just describes something. It gives you tons of facts. It informs you. It lets you know about a topic. Now, a persuasive topic is different. I'm going to talk more about it, obviously. But you're going to really take a stance on a topic and then try and persuade your audience on that topic. And that makes sense. So discussion post number 3 is over Monroe's motivated sequence. That's under content, and it's also in the newsfeed. You can click on it. But what you will do is you'll just kind of go over that, and that'll help inform your discussion post. You also have speech of the week number 2. Again, it's a video. I really like this one. It's a graduation speech, and maybe there's some of you who are close to that graduation point, so hopefully that'll be especially perfect for you, but it's a great speech. And then finally for the week, you have the persuasive topics assignment. And what you're going to do is give me 3 persuasive topics that you would like to present on. You're only going to do 1. So what you'll do is you'll rank order them. Number 1 is your topic you'd like to most do. Number 2 is your backup, and number 3 is your next backup. Now, persuasive topics assignment. What you'll do is you'll list the topic, and I'm just going to use the example of texting and driving for my persuasive topic. I've heard the texting and driving speech quite a few times. And typically it sounds, how do I say this? It sounds the same from different students. Texting and driving is bad. Now, what you'll do instead of just putting topic number 1, texting and driving, I need you to take a stance on it. So you need to tell me your view on it within that. So instead of just put topic number 1, texting and driving, you'll put topic number 1, texting and driving is bad. Or texting and driving is good. I guess whatever your take is. But you have to tell me your stance. Where do you stand? And the reason we do this is because people have this idea that a persuasive speech needs to be, you leave your views and you take mine on. I think texting and driving is bad. Maybe my audience members think it's good. And my point is to get those people to stop what they believe and to just believe what I believe. That's crazy. That's absolutely not what a persuasive speech does. And I'm going to show you what it does. So we are all sort of on this spectrum. If there's a topic, we all sit somewhere on the topic. Let's take texting and driving. Texting and driving is bad. Over here, texting and driving is good. We all fall somewhere along this continuum. Your job as a speaker is not to get me, let's pretend I think texting and driving is good, to just abandon ship and jump on board with you. What you're going to try to get me to do is not jump and take on your beliefs fully, but maybe just start to move me on that continuum. Even if it's just a little bit. Maybe it moves me to think differently about it. Maybe it moves me to take action and to come really close to you. We don't know. But what we do know is people are sort of on this continuum on a topic. Or maybe it's a new topic. Some of them, maybe they're not quite as much. But people kind of have these ideas. And it's not your job in however many minutes, 3 to 6 minutes, to get them to hop and fully take on exactly what you believe with as much passion as you have for that topic. No. All you're trying to do is to get people to move on that continuum. And maybe it's just to get them to think a little bit differently. Now, with that said, I often have students give me topics that are called hot button issues. Topics like abortion, religion, topics that really kind of raise those red flags or raise those push buttons in people. Now here's the deal. I think those speeches can be done, and they can be done extremely well. I've seen them done extremely well, but not in this course. In this course, we stay away from those topics. And people say, well, I really am passionate about, let's say, abortion. I want to give the persuasive speech. It's going to hit my audience. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it, Katie. And the deal is, unfortunately, in this class, because it's the intro course, we don't give you enough time to appropriately research and really rock those speeches and give them justice. We don't, because you don't have enough time. And so what we decided, just sort of instructors of this course decided, if you would really like to give a speech of that nature, then it's going to need to be something you do in an advanced speaking course, which you could take after you complete this course. But for the sake of persuading and just sort of getting an idea of what that is, we stay away from those hot topic issues. So any type of issue that's really going to press buttons with your audience, or it just takes more time to do it appropriately. And we don't give you that, unfortunately, in this class. So that stinks. And maybe you're really passionate about a topic, but I'm probably not going to choose it for you. And if I don't, that's okay. And I'll give you reasons why I won't choose things. And if you get your persuasive topics back, because you'll hand them in on Monday, and on Monday night I will go through them all and give you a topic. I also try not to have duplicates. So if every single one of you puts texting and driving as your number one, I'm not going to let all of you do texting and driving. So I might simply give you your second choice just because somebody else already picked the first one. But another thing on the topics, people sometimes think they have to be these very kind of offensive or just like hot topic issues to be a good persuasive speech. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I challenge you to first start thinking about things that you're passionate about. I had a girl who really loved rock climbing. She worked at the wellness center. She was just super into it. And she said, how do I utilize rock climbing, my passion, into a persuasive speech? And what I said was, well, encourage your audience to try rock climbing. And that was her thesis statement. Try rock climbing. And for the persuasive speech, you do need to have research. You need 3 articles, scholarly articles, to back you up. And then she got stuck. She said, well, how am I going to find research on rock climbing? Well, and we'll talk about this later, but you don't have to find research exactly saying rock climbing is beneficial for your health. Instead, she went and found articles about fitness and about community members, because she was in like a club for rock climbing. Your research doesn't have to be exactly your topic. So sometimes people think, well, I have to do like a medical persuasive speech, so I have all this research. No, I've had people say vacation, you should go on a vacation to the Bahamas. And then they gave all this because that was something they were passionate about, and they persuaded people. Maybe somebody, I thought about it. Now I thought, whoa, that'd be really awesome to go to the Bahamas. You know, we just kind of move. So I don't want you to think this persuasive speech needs to be this serious, typical, I type in Google, what's a good persuasive speech? Just think about something you're passionate about and think about people's views on that topic or where people stand, and think about where you stand, and then think about persuading them. I personally would have been somebody who would never have tried rock climbing. It just looks like hard work and it looked miserable. But after she talked about it, she definitely moved me along that spectrum, and that was cool. So get a little creative. I have people also who will take sports, you know, so-and-so is the best sports player, so-and-so is the best team, but do take a stance. On your assignment, you will list your topic, and then you have to give 100 to 150 word justification of why. Why do you want to give that persuasive speech? What is your goal? What are you going to be doing? Just explain it. Then you'll give your next topic, you'll explain it. You'll give a paragraph, you'll do your next topic, you'll explain it. You'll do this in a Word document, and then you'll just upload it to the Dropbox. If you have any questions on the persuasive topic, I get a little amped up because I think we have the opportunity to have kind of fun, original speeches. I've had people give speeches on TV shows that they encourage people to watch that I knew nothing about, or types of music, or different activities, organizations, clubs, persuading people to think about it, think about joining, or to just, have a different idea of something. So like I said, there are lots of options, so many options. So I will be super upset if every single person puts texting and driving as their number one speech choice, which maybe you will just to spite me. That's fine too. Other than that, feel free to kind of get creative with it, because like you'll read in books and like you just have common sense knowing that we do better on speeches and assignments when we're interested, when we relate, and when we can have fun working on them. So the research will come later this week. It's really just coming up with topics, handing them in, and then I will get back to you and let you know what it's going to be. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a super, super summer. This past week, not this past week, but the week before, I was actually your online professor, but I was in Italy being your online professor. I went there on a late honeymoon with my husband because we didn't take one after we got married in September. But hopefully none of you noticed. I still checked my online class every night and was able to contact a lot of you. I probably contacted some of you while I was even in Italy, which is kind of cool. Had a great time. Was a lot nicer weather than the dreariness that I'm dealing with today. But I hope your summer has been going well so far. I know you guys are busy people and you've got lots going on. As always, email me with any single question or concern because I'm here to help. All right, have a good day, guys. See ya.